Taylor, just what do you think was the difference tonight?
We didn't have a lot of guys play well. Credit the Heat. Their physicality really bothered us. I think we were frantic at times. We tried to settle in and just couldn't get a rhythm going tonight.
Taylor, before the game and just throughout the season, you mentioned getting to your second and third actions, and tonight with just Miami's coverage on Bane as well as the coverage on Luke, face guarding him after the first quarter. Where do you assess, I guess, the execution of those second and third actions, and where exactly could you grow in improving on that?
More work is where we can grow for sure. I thought our running habits didn't really help us get into the right spots on the floor, and we were bringing the ball up in weird spots of the floor too, so it was hard to recognize when we needed to slow down. And there were moments that we did better, but too much of the game we were just running kind of around out of position. That's on me to get these guys better organized, and then if they're going to take Dez, Luke away, we have other guys that are capable of making plays. We got to settle down, get the screen set, come off, get our spacing a little bit better. We were just too frantic tonight.
On Bam, obviously he's a really talented player. What kind of problems did he present, and then what kind of challenge was that to try to figure out how you were going to defend him in the second half?
Yeah, he took advantage of our game plan tonight, and then when we adjusted, he still made a couple of tough buckets, one-on-one, hit just enough mid-range jumpers, credit to him, and then just way too many free throws. Both teams fouled a lot. He was a beneficiary of 16 free throws. No one else was above 3, so his physicality really bothered us, whether it was drives, offensive, it wasn't really off of offensive rebounds. It was just off of the drive game. Watch the film. We got to be better. That's on us.
Same player. Talking about Bam, seems like early he was getting a lot of those mid-range shots, and just what's the process there in terms of determining when you want to kind of drop off of him? I guess you're trying to take away the passes and things like that in terms of balancing out when to give him that shot.
Yeah, I mean it's early in the season. We haven't used this coverage a whole lot. When we're good at it, we have better recognition. He's one of the unique guys that when he's playing with space, he can hit that soft shot. Probably poor recognition on my part to make the adjustment, and then just better execution, recognizing when he's trying to score. So I thought our guys were doing what they were asked to do. Just a little bit late recognition, and then late recognition on my part.
How are you guys just handling the emotional challenge of being in these games late in a lot of them, and then just not being able to come up with the plays at the end to win?
I mean, it's great for us. I'd rather be in this position than getting blown out. I mean, if you're going to lose a ball game, you want to at least have a chance to win at the end. And we're learning, we're growing, learning this kind of new group that we got. What puts us in the best position defensively and offensively. I got to recognize it quicker. But our guys are cherishing it. It was a little sluggish there in that fourth quarter. But then when we started picking up our activity, you could see the life coming back. We're putting ourselves in this position quite often, early in the season. Hopefully it pays off in the long run that we embrace it. We learn from it, and then we turn the tide, just with a better execution, better activity, better situational awareness. Our guys are getting a lot of reps now that are going to pay off in the long run.
Santi and Luke played well tonight. What other positives can you take from this game tonight?
Yeah, I mean, I thought Luke got going in the first half. We couldn't really get him going in the second half. Kind of the reverse with Santi. I loved Luke's aggressiveness coming out in the first half. Santi, more aggressive in the second half. As I said, we were pretty frantic out there as a unit, but those guys found their spots. Obviously, Santi getting 8 rebounds, challenged him to continue to be more aggressive. I thought he did a much better job there being aggressive in the second half, and we needed him. We were kind of scrambling to figure out, who was playing well, end of lineups, playing, big and making some decisions there. But those guys, hopefully offensively, were giving us some space to operate in. But again, just kind of one-on-one, the Heat really bothered us. Great. Thanks, everyone.